Hello, and thank you for joining me as I take a slow moment out of the day. I take a moment away from myself. It's an interesting word, isn't it? Self, used by many people to describe various aspects of who we are. I've heard some gurus refer to the essential self that is beyond the body. And they have many interesting things to say, most of which I encourage you to not listen to. And when I say that, I mean find some stillness and develop your own language. There are people with insight, and they refer to a mystical quality known as enlightenment. And they refer to consciousness as some land or destination that we must strive to arrive at. And they are very effective understandings, and they should be appreciated. But don't follow gurus. What they are referring to is very close. It is so close to where you are right now, listening to this. It is so close that it can't be seen. I think of the saying, I can't see the forest for the trees, or the journey is the destination. And I'm left a little confused. Don't be confused. Because what we are seeking is freedom, and that is not exclusive. It is not mysterious, and it is not a destination. Very important distinction. What we are seeking is so close to where we are right now that it is not seeable. And that is very important when it comes to describing the apparently indescribable. But we can reveal it as a feeling, as a sensation, as a void. Without limit. People who experience near death, out of body sensations will often describe being pulled into a wide and limitless sense of freedom and expanse. that their sense of who they are melts away, and all that is left is something essential. And that is available to us now in the living years, as they say. And it begins by asking a question: who am I? A simple mantra, the only mantra that you need. Asking that question leads you to challenge notions of mind, to challenge notions of self, to challenge your identity, to challenge all the things that make you socially viable. That version of you is a mask, authentic, it is real. It has been crafted by you through trial and error in many socially awkward and challenging situations, through joy, but it is not who you essentially are. You need to push that social viability tool aside. I should say, let it drift to one side. And we do that by asking, who am I? Eventually that question starts to feel like it should be, what am I? What is the essential being upon which I apply this social facade? Authentic. It's not a mask that lies. Sometimes it is. And that's a challenge. Sometimes it is a lie so much that we hurt, that we suffer. But to relax into the being that you are, to let your identity, your sense of self, be only available when necessary, when social viability must be established. And it must be established. Is to take the pressure off, is to say to your own identity that it's okay to not be in control. The being arises from an expansive freedom that is greater than the universe itself. And when you sense it, when you travel along that path of who am I, as you get deeper into its ability to probe and move aside all the things that you are not. You are not self, essentially. You are not identity, essentially. You are not mind. All of those things, they try to place themselves at the center of the answer to the question, who am I? Let them. Thank them. Thank them for their desire to be the answer. Love them for it. And then feel, as you continue to ask, who am I? As you continue to ask, feel the relaxing. Feel that they are excused from a position of control, and allow for a freedom to emerge. In some cultures, it's described as a serpent sitting at the base of the spine. And as the center relaxes, becomes aligned, this serpent moves up and through us and out into an absolute freedom. That is joyous. Many cultures try to describe it. Many words are used to describe the indescribable. Some of those words are very powerful. But words can only give you a sense of something objective. So in that way, we use them to isolate all those objective qualities of us. Personality, the thing we can say we are when people ask, who are you? We can use that, and we phrase it like this: who am I? We ask that question, and we keep asking it. We keep asking it until we realize there is no answer. And it's at that point that we trip on a twig that throws us down a rabbit's hole and into a very deep calm.